experimental airplane. Then after building your experimental airplane, how many of you'd like to fly within 3 feet with 11 more airplanes and built by your closest friends? My name's Rob Lowe, and I have the honor of introducing you the pilots you just heard about from the Full Throttle Formation team. They're composed of 3 flights of 4 aircraft, the Alpha flight, the Bravo flight, and the Charlie flight. Today's flight leads are Dave Torque Rumald, you just heard of, JR Jedi Pig, and AJ Fumes Poe. Here they are, ladies and gentlemen, the Full Throttle Formation team. Now the formation you just saw go by, you heard Torque call the team into the Spirit formation. That is a formation that represents the Northrop Grumman B-2 Spirit, also known as the Stealth Bomber. As the team now completes their pass, this is their tribute to the flying wing design capable of striking targets anywhere in the world, the B-2 Spirit. Now watch closely as the team continues a left-hand turn and they begin to maneuver into their next formation. The Full Throttle team is swapping positions with one another to perform what is known as the Valkyrie formation. This formation represents the famous North American XB-70 Valkyrie supersonic bomber. As the team approaches from the left shortly, this will be their tribute to the famous 6-engine strategic bomber flying at capable speeds of more than 3 times the speed of sound. The XB-70 Valkyrie. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Full Throttle Formation team, Valkyrie formation from the left. Now you heard it. Now as the team maneuvers into their next pass, they're all flying the band's RV series of aircraft produced by the Vans Aircraft Incorporated. It's a kit aircraft manufacturer. How cool is that, ladies and gentlemen? Each pilot pulls up in order, in sequence, turns their smoke on, and begins to fly that lazy 8 pattern in trail of their wingmen and fellow team members. Now, flying a formation of 12 airplanes is serious business, and it's not to be taken lightly. Each pilot is certified to meet stringent formation flying standards by the Formation Flight Incorporated, an FAA-sanctioned organization. The pilots memorize the various formations as they perform and must also be ready to adjust to the movement of every other airplane in the formation due to the transitions of rough air. To be a good formation pilot takes focus and concentration. You must make thousands of small corrections in position and power. Each pilot must also have total trust in their flight lead and fellow wingmen to execute maneuvers predictably and efficiently. It's the job of the flight lead to orchestrate and fly the routine, keeping the flight path oriented, maintaining minimum safety clearances. Everyone else in the formation fly with reference to one of several other aircraft near them. Ladies and gentlemen, look to the sky and enjoy. This is the the Full Throttle Formation team. Absolutely. Dr. Music, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate that. Well, you saw that beautiful P51 depart. We'll be back here momentarily. This P51 is a celebration of our nation's armed forces. Every aspect of the paint represents those who have served and those who gave the ultimate sacrifice. Yeah, I saw some of you clapping. That's absolutely spectacular. Now, how many of you heard that little bit of a whistle as he was diving in from the right? Yeah, how? Scooter completes that loop that he had a roll on the top and climbs high and to the right now for a turnaround to come back to you. I want you to look closely at this beautiful aircraft and listen to that wonderful Rolls-Royce Merlin engine. There was actually all-American versions of this aircraft. The engines were built by the Packard Corporation in Detroit, Michigan, under license. So as General Yeager used to say, they're all-American all the time, and this is the airplane that helped us win World War II. Ladies and gentlemen, from the right, Scooter Young. Now, you heard the description of the amazing paint scheme on this aircraft, where every single part of the paint scheme is a tribute to our veterans and the families that sacrificed along with them. This next pass is a signature pass for Scooter Yoke. This is the hexagon roll, one side for every branch of our military service. Ladies and gentlemen, from the right. Now, if you haven't gotten the perfect memory of this beautiful historic aircraft yet, you're going to want to get your cameras out. Scooter's going to give you a couple off from the left. Quicksilver. The Scooter climbs high to the right. I believe he's going to turn around and give you one more try as he went by. Saw a beautiful demonstration on that photograph. So Scooter climbs high to the right. You may have noticed that the others. Whoa! How about that? That one was close, ladies and gentlemen. I think the Cyber Beast is. Scooter's just playing with him now. That is absolutely awesome. No other air show organization has their own. Oh, okay. Well, there you see Scooter trying to intimidate the Cyber Beast there. I know these two have got a little bit of the score to settle, and I think we may